It's time for Ask the Expert, your chance to learn something new every day. Let's find out who our expert is today.
Chris Budge is an expert in the printing business here in Camarillo, focusing on providing helpful content to customers regarding promotional items and apparel customization. Chris runs a custom printing company specializing in fast, high-quality apparel and decoration, signage, and promotional products. Chris Budge, thanks for being on Ask the Expert today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so you run a printing company here in Camarillo. I love it here. It smells like plastic and ink. It's the best smell in town. And we know printing isn't all rainbows and perfectly aligned vinyl. So let's tell the listeners about yourself. Who are you, and how did 3-Day Prints go from a wild idea to a fully operational ink-splattered machine that we're sitting in right now?
Yeah, so I'll tell you a little bit about myself first, I guess. I spent over 20 years across the print and promotional industry. Worked in every place from sign shops to book printers, screen printing shops, embroidery, all the while moonlighting as a graphic designer, freelancing, creating logos, websites, brochures. And over time, I just realized it's all just marketing that lives in the physical world. So after getting laid off in COVID-19, January 30th, 2019, day I'll never forget, I decided with all my experience, A, never to work for someone ever again, and B, to solve the problems of long turnaround times the printers are notorious for. It seemed like every place I worked, the owner was either incompetent or didn't really care, and projects were dropped, delayed, and I didn't like that. So that's why I started 3-Day Prints. The goal is real simple: build a small, highly skilled team to deliver fast, no excuses, and put out quality work day after day.
And you talk about a small team and a quick turnaround. Now, how did you get that all started? And can you talk about your team a little bit?
Yeah, so it just started with myself in a little office in Westlake. Then as I built my team, we have 3 guys now, and we all have over 25 years experience, and we're seasoned vets.
And you're in Camarillo, which is the best part about it. There's no third-party website. There's no shipping internationally, although you probably do ship internationally, right?
We do. We try to control the quality, and that's why we do, 80% in-house.
Yeah, and local sales, sure.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the products that a printer prints. So can you speak a little bit on some of the stuff that you make here?
Yeah, we sell thousands of products, but our approach makes us different. Is that there's no one size fits all for our clients. Every product we make is tailor fit to their business and how they interact with their clients. For example, a car dealership will receive real value from a metal custom branded keychain. A construction company would really benefit from a measuring tape or a ruler. A multimedia company could really keep their brand top of their client's mind with a custom flash drive. A restaurant, maybe a nice mug, etc., etc. But at the same time, there's tried and true staples like apparel that will never go away, like the t-shirt, the good old-fashioned t-shirt. Hats, some of the most cost-effective advertising items that you could purchase as a business. I mean, imagine the thousands of people that are going to see your message when you're wearing your shirt in public. But overall, it's to match the right product to the company's audience, so it keeps them top of mind all the time.
Yep, and you need a local expert to help you bridge the gap between whoever you're trying to speak to or whoever you're trying to reach and what you're trying to make. And you're an all-in-one shop. You do all the art, you do all of the production. Everything is sort of done here, and you can help people pick out certain branding items and everything. How does that work?
Yeah, well, I mean, art sells everything. Instead of just slapping your logo on a shirt, I might recommend a catchy phrase in big bold letters, just like maybe like 3 words that are just going to stimulate some conversation. It's really about the artwork that's going to sell everything.
We're speaking with Chris Budge today on Ask the Expert. He runs 3-day prints here in Camarillo. And if you have a question for today's expert, you can always call or text 833-346-4626. Once again, 833-346-4626. Now, Chris, in the high-stakes world of custom apparel, I'm sure it goes in and out, up and down. The world is crazy there, and it probably also goes sideways. So can you tell us maybe not the most difficult order you've received, but I'm sure you can fulfill all kinds of orders from small to massive. Can you tell us about, without spilling all the beans, can you tell us about maybe one of your clients?
Yeah, I mean, I could tell you about a couple. We have one guy that's has a Grateful Dead line, and he's in here picking thread colors for, hour or two. And, we'll work with people like that because we are a craft small shop that really caters to, high quality work. And with Grateful Dead, they're all artisans, they're all crafts people, and they know the difference between something cheap and something that their time was really put into it. So that would be one. Another one would be like Jimmy Kimmel. We do all of his hats, and he requires that they're all made here in the USA. These are the hats that are going to the guests that are on the show. And he always calls us when he's down to his last dozen hats. And so we generally have about 2 or 3 days to bust out 500 to 1,000 hats. And so that's always fun.
But you can nail it in 3 days, right?
That's in the name, yeah.
Oh, man, that's so great. All right. Chris Budge, you ready to take some questions from our listeners here today on Ask the Expert?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right. 833-346-4626, or you can email them to hello@camaradio.org. All right, here comes one. All right. What is the most cost-effective way to make or brand a business?
Ooh, cost effective. I would say, besides, I went over the t-shirt, mailers are huge right now. There's this product called EDDM that the post office provides. It's like Google Maps. You can go in and you can target market, or you can go into each neighborhood and you can just send a couple hundred flyers here, a couple flyers there. But the key is target marketing. You don't want to send flyers to, Orange County or San Diego. You want to blanket your neighborhood, and so the post office allows us to do that. But again, it's the art that really will sell your product. So we custom design these big postcards that are designed to stand out in the mail. And they're big, colorful, glossy, thick. They're really hard to throw away. And if the right message and the right coupon is on it, it's a slam dunk.
All right, so it's not just materials, it's art, and it's especially art, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's all about the artwork, and with over 25 years experience in designing everything from vitamin bottles to car wraps, we definitely got a good handle on that.
All right, let's take another question, Chris. What styles or brands are most popular right now? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so it's funny. Woodland camo is really making a comeback. It's really popular. And
wait, what's woodland camo? Is that like a different type of camo?
It's a style of type of camo.
Okay.
But that's very popular. Also, more baggy. Seems like we're going back to the 90s.
Yeah.
With
style is circular, right? Now everybody's wearing big old baggy pants again.
Yeah, it used to be the tight-fitting shirts, 5 years ago. Now everything's a little more baggier, more loose-fitting. Comfort Colors is a brand that we sell a lot, for example, like to the Grateful Dead, and real comfortable, super soft shirts that are more relaxed fitted.
Interesting. Okay. What is one thing that you wish business owners knew about marketing? This is a big question.
Yeah, well, like I said, going back to art, I mean, it sells everything. And with our ability to create custom logos, everything from the typeface that you're using to the colors. I mean, red, for example, it's like carries the, it's worth 1,000 words. Passionate, blue, cool color, it's like, so we really are particular on the fonts that we're using and the colors that we're using, not only to create a logo, but to create something that's going to reach people and grab their attention. Because in a world of ads and just things that are trying to grab your attention, it's getting harder and harder to do that.
This is where experience comes in play, and your 25 years of doing this really shows off when you can cut through all of that noise to get the message to who it needs to get to.
Precisely. Absolutely. You said it all.
All right. Chris Budge is here with us from 3-Day Prints. 3dayprints.com is where you can learn more. I think we have one or two more questions. Let's get to this one. What are some of your favorite projects to work on?
My favorite projects to work on are web stores right now, because this offers people a distribution channel for their products. They're free. We put them up, no charge. They're easy as Wix. It's drag and drop. You don't need to understand HTML. And
this is like for people who don't have any like online ability to sell anything. This is where you come in and you just take over and make
correct. It happen. And they don't have to have any inventory. We do the fulfillment here. It's all created print on demand. So someone orders one shirt, we print, pack up, and ship that one shirt. The person that owns the web store is putting their markup in there. So for example, if they're selling a shirt for $20, we charge $10 plus $3 to handling fee to pack and ship that product. The end user pockets $7.
Right. So it's a good way to get your business off the ground and get your logo on a shirt, a bumper sticker, get a coffee mug with your logo in it. It looks like you etched them in too. It's not cheap stuff,
No, we try to do real high quality stuff that isn't going to get thrown away. I mean, we don't want to create another product for the landfills, that's for sure. We want to create quality first and foremost. And with print on demand, there's really no risk for the client. It's a win-win-win. We're winning because we're creating products with a little higher margin than we normally would when we're doing, as opposed to bulk orders. The person who owns the web store is winning because they have their little markup built in. They don't have to lift a finger. And the person who's buying the shirt is winning. It's a win-win-win.
We all love all-in-one white glove handling. You know what that is. It's like having your own butler. That's really cool in the printing world. All right, so one more question before we go from the listeners, and you can ask a question. If we didn't get to yours, call or text 833-346-4626. That's 833-346-4626. Here's the last listener question, Chris from 3-Day Prints. What are the methods you use to decorate apparel? This is cool.
Yeah, so we're one of the very few screen printers that do plastisol and water-based printing. We like water-based because it's nice and soft, and it's also eco-friendly. We also, like if you're doing a big plush sweatshirt or some fleece, we'll embroider that to keep it real high-end. We do the embroidery in-house. We do amazing embroidery, like I said, for the Grateful Dead, and real expensive pieces that will take 2 to 3 hours on the machine, and that sell for hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
That's so cool. I mean, once you see it, you know the difference of quality between quality and not quality. And we're so lucky to have a local local guy who loves the area, been here his whole life, right? You grew up in Ventura County, or how?
Yeah, I grew up in Thousand Oaks. Definitely a homeboy.
Yeah, you got an 805 area code, and everything's good, man.
Yeah.
Okay, how can we reach you if somebody wants to learn more about 3-Day Prints? What do they do?
You can check out our Instagram at 3-Day Prints. You can see the type of quality that we have and all the different products that we sell. Then also there's our website. We don't just cater to companies. We have a website, 3dayprints.com, with a design studio for customizing some cool apparel for a wedding or a birthday or
even like a party or a birthday party.
Yeah, party, any kind of special occasion. You need a banner, sign. There's hundreds of products you can customize on there. And we do it all in 3 days.
Chris Budge from 3-Day Prints, thanks for coming on Ask the Expert today.
Thanks again for having me. I really appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you all soon here.